Hello, good afternoon. Teaching unions insist they're willing to work with the government to begin reopening schools in England, but they're calling for clear evidence that doing so won't put public health at risk. It comes after the Children's Commissioner for England called on the government and unions to, in her words, stop squabbling and agree a plan. She's concerned that the most disadvantaged children are most affected by the closures. Our political correspondent Jessica Parker reports.
Pupils returning to school in France. In England, a staggered plan to do the same from early June in primary schools. But amid disagreement, the woman appointed by government to stand up for children says it's time to stop squabbling.
Positions have really become entrenched, and I fear that actually the best interests of children, which is what we're all meant to be looking at within this debate, are being overlooked. I've raised the issue of the hundreds of thousands of vulnerable children that will be carrying risks out of school. They won't be getting access to education, they may have fragile home environments, and mental health will be suffering.
She says opening things up again is sensible and has called on the unions and government to find a way forward based on testing and controlling the risk. But parents will also be weighing up the situation.
I'm not kind of waving a flag saying let's go back to school and put 30 children in the class and have it as a normal school day. I think there needs to be some kind of schooling in terms of some kind of non-physical contact at school.
The government insists it's giving all the guidance schools need. Safety measures include staggered breaks, smaller class sizes, no mixing between groups. But the unions say more information is needed.
We are really calling on the government to set up a task force with the education unions to plan the safe way of going back to school. We want to get back. We've set up 5 tests, which we think are meetable. The government could meet them.
Parents won't be fined if they don't send their children back. So, what will families decide to do?
So far, out of 28 children in my class, we've had 10 responses saying they will send their children. But even a lot of those parents still have reservations about that and queries they would like answered before they do make that choice.
The government says its plan is conditional on the scientific data, but it could be conditional too on how unions, teachers, parents and local authorities choose to act. Jessica Parker, BBC News.